Howdy, I'm Connor from Debutify. By the end of this video, you'll understand the email marketing strategies that are up and coming in 2021. We're going to have a look at the best apps to market those emails, and then we're going to have a look at how to capture emails in the first place. Okay, so the first strategy is personalization will rule all in 2021. According to our research, this is the biggest trend that's up and coming. If you want to see our sources, just scroll down, smash that like button to come back up, and I'll be right here waving at you. Just waiting for you to, hit that like button, maybe the notifications, subscribe button. It's done? It's done. Okay, wicked. All right, we'll move on. Email personalization. This is where you avoid using vague terms, broad terms, and you actually just say, hey, John, buy my product. But in 2021, just saying a customer's name in the subject line and in the copy isn't going to be enough. Users now expect hyper-personalized emails. They want to see that this email has been completely drafted for them and them alone. And one way to do this, is to fulfill a problem with a solution that you know is unique to them. Personalized emails are more likely to be opened, and unopened emails and a lack of personalization can lead to email list degradation. Number 2, text-only email marketing. Bit of a minimalist approach here. If you're a fan of using GIFs, videos, bright colors, etc., then you might not want to do this, but I'm just saying that this option is open to you. When you send a text-only email, you're really being quite personable with your customers, and it makes your brand appear a lot more human than these big formatted templates that everybody really is using. This just breaks it down to first principles, a priori. What are you actually going to be saying to the customer? No fluff, no faff, just the message. Number 3, use bright colors. So apparently, according to our research, 93% of customers said that color was the most important part of a product when making a purchase. So of course, when you're using your bright colors, you want to use the same colors that your brand actually uses. But one thing to get around this, if you've locked yourself into 2 colors already, is just take those 2 colors of your brand, or maybe 3 colors, and flip each of them on the color wheel. And now you have an alter ego color wheel for your brand. And that just gives you a little bit more options to play with. So let me just read out what color represents what. So black represents luxury and power. Purple represents respect. Green represents health and well-being. Orange represents adventurousness and outgoingness. Pink represents youthfulness and femininity. Blue is trust and security. And now let's move on to UGC. What's UGC? It's user-generated content. This could be audio, text, video, messages like reviews, and anything really that's coming from your own customers. Great thing to include in an email really, because it's giving that social proof right in people's inbox that other people are buying it. It's not just you, the merchant, flogging your wares in the marketplace. It's, hey, I don't even have to say much because all of these other customers are already banging on about how good the experience with my brand was and how good the product was. And here's all of the proof. Number 5, interactive emails. So you might have seen a video I've already made on Jebit using quizzes in order to get inside the minds of your customers. You can do this right inside an email as well. You're literally raising that bar of interactivity from 0, where a customer's just reading your email, to 100%, where your customer can actually interact with you, your brand, through a quiz. Great thing that's going to take off, and I would highly recommend getting onto it. If people are actually already taking the time to fill out your quiz or your form or your questionnaire, your poll, whatever it may be, they're going to be more willing to actually go through with the purchase inside of your funnel. Instead, most of the time, you're just reading an email, skim it, close it, delete it, unsubscribe, report as spam. But with a quiz, you're like, hey, I've got something for you. Let's have a chat. Let's actually answer your questions. Let me ask you some questions. And now they're a little bit more involved in your brand. They've taken that step, and they're going to be able to follow through into that funnel a lot easier. Okay, so let's take a look at those apps. First one up is Moosend, the all-in-one marketing platform your business deserves. So Moosend is one of the most affordable options in this list. It's an all-in-one marketing platform. They offer a free forever plan that's got over 1,000 subscribers, and their paid plan starts from only $8 a month. They also offer a custom plan depending on your needs. So they give their users the choice on how to get billed, either by subscribers or by each email. Its tools are user-friendly and make it easy to get attractive and timely emails out to your audience. Their features can cater depending on what industry you're actually in. So for e-commerce, let's have a look at what they've got. Kiss cart abandonment goodbye. Weather-based recommendations. They've got a bunch of great e-commerce templates, and you can even automate your time away. On top of that, they've got advanced tracking methods, which helps you end, the guesswork. Divide and conquer the e-commerce game. Cool. So let's have a look at the pros. This one's got the lowest plan cost. It's got the option to pay only when you actually send emails. It includes phone support, and it's got easy to use templates. The cons. It's a bit less sophisticated out of all of these apps. You can't send emails from a Gmail or a Hotmail account, and it has limited integrations. So, second one up is Drip, e-commerce expertise built in. So Drip is an app that's built and designed for e-commerce businesses because of its polished workflows and advanced segmentations. So subscribers can receive personalized emails triggered by their shopping behaviors on your store. And they can also receive follow-ups based on how they actually interact with your emails. So it's got a 14-day trial. It starts at $19 a month. You can also add SMS or MMS for $15. MMS is just multimedia messaging service. So what does the app actually feature? They've got customizable forms, email SMS, automation, and segmentation and reports. So under customizable forms, they have an easy form builder where you can customize, design, and build forms with no code needed. They've got pop-ups that you can customize depending on your branding. They've got targeted forms that let you make discounts or offers or sign-up forms. And you can nab your customer's phone number. You can personalize all of these emails under SMS or email automation. And you can make dynamic content which lets you curate emails for each of your customers. You can also do A/B testing and behavior-based automations that are triggered depending on what your customer does in your store. They've got scheduled sending, and they've also got Facebook and Instagram integrations. Under their segmentation and reports, they've got revenue attribution, which just lets you see how your emails and SMS are driving revenue in real time. So with this smart segmentation, they've got email performance, which is an analytics tool that shows you insights which can help you improve your campaigns. They help you understand the touch point of each customer individually, which is just going to help you build that congruency with your brand. You're going to actually just be able to have a lot more control over that touch point with that customer because you understand it. And you understand it by tracking each customer through tags and groups. So let's have a look at the pros and cons. So the pros. It's easy to set up and use with a great user interface, and they've got lots of ways to segment each customer. The cons. Lacks a few key integrations. It doesn't have drag and drop functionality, so it's a bit harder to use. And the support's only available from 9 till 5 Canada Standard Time. Alas, let's move on to number 3, MailerLite. Optimize email your way. So MailerLite is the easiest to use among the three. It's got a drag and drop interface to create the design you want. Simplicity is the company's mission, so there's no doubt that it's easy to use. So the free plan includes 1,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails a month. The paid plan, which starts at $10, depends on how many subscribers you've actually got. So the features. For the creation of campaigns, they've got a drag and drop editor, a rich text editor, custom HTML editor, newsletter templates, and e-commerce campaigns. So to help you grow your audience, you can use their website builder, landing pages, pop-ups, embedded forms, and subscriber management. You can, of course, personalize your emails and use email automation, tagging, personalization, segmentation, and promotion pop-ups. You can also do A/B split testing, time zone testing, and auto resend. So the app's going to let you monitor your results and show you reports so that you can keep up with its tracking and find out what is working best in these emails. So let's have a look at the pros and cons. Drag and drop interface makes it very easy to use. You get 1,000 free subscribers. They've got 24/7 customer support, and they've got lots of templates to choose from. The cons: limited integrations, doesn't have a CRM functionality, and you need to provide a lot of information about your company in order to actually create an account. Little tip here, I would recommend having a look at this video here in order to check out the video I made about MailChimp, which is another great email marketing software. So how do we actually get people's emails? Well, in order to get somebody's email, you need to generate a lead magnet. What's a lead magnet? Well, a lead magnet is just an offer that a business generates in order to incentivize people to hand over their emails. So there's two main things to consider when you're building a lead magnet. The first, you need to be very specific as to who you're actually creating this offer for. In order to be really specific, you need to say things like, brown-haired New Zealanders didn't know this. And you're like, okay, I'll have a look. Second thing is value. You need to make a lead magnet that people would be prepared to pay good money for. So if you build a lead magnet that people would pay good money for, then no doubt they're going to hand over their email address. It might sound a bit, weird. You're like, why am I spending all of this time making all of this content just so I can give it out for free? But with a massive email list, that's the golden ticket. You've really got a lot of power to market to your customers and to spread your influence of your brand. An email list allows you to actually just maintain a connection with your customers in case you get banned on any social media platforms. And as we'll have a look, you might already have some lead magnets in the bank anyway. So we've got ebooks and white papers. We've got mini courses and videos. We've got audiobooks, we've got slides, webinars, presentations, free education in any format, any sort of assessment, test, or quiz. And now let's have a look at e-commerce lead magnets. Getting the very first purchase in an e-commerce store is very difficult, and having an email marketing strategy is so useful. I mean, I don't even know why I started a store without having an email marketing strategy the first time. But you start a store, you think it's all going to go well. People tell you it's going to go well, but you really need a big holistic picture before you're going to get any sales. So, e-commerce lead magnets. Free coupon, free shipping, free gift with any order. Educational content on how to actually use the product in an optimal way. And any sort of membership, a sort of VIP tier that makes the customers feel special and included. Software business lead magnets, you've got freemium plans, webinars, free trials. You're obviously going to want to do a lot of testing on what lead magnet suits your brand best, and of course you can come up with your own brand new lead magnet. Now let's get a little bit more specific and see how we can build a business and an email list with Instagram. First thing you want to do is put a lead magnet on Instagram. It could be a story, a post, or IGTV. Then you're going to want to nurture that lead magnet all the way through the funnel. So let's have a look at some Instagram-centric lead magnets. You're going to want to have a form. Swipe up, put your email in here. Then you can make a worksheet. This is where people take action directly from the story you've been telling on Instagram. Any video or audio, guide, ebook that leaves people thinking, whoa, that was free? Any educational content that people think is really good value, then they're going to come back to you for more. And you can always say, hey, I actually have a store, I actually have a premium product. A challenge or a competition is a really great way to build one-on-one relationships with customers. You can be really active by sending people messages and doing live streams and making sure that people actually get rewarded for taking part in your brand community. You can also use Instagram story stickers, and you want to make it easy for people to subscribe. Have it very obvious right in your bio, the little link tree or a little custom landing page where you ask people for their email address. Have a question. Have something useful like, do you want to know more about email marketing and e-commerce? If so, click yes. Have a yes or no button on a story, and then anyone that presses yes, just hit them up in a DM and say, hey, can I have your email address? We'll talk about this more. And then you can make an IGTV teaser video, a little bit different to an ad, where you're kind of just promoting the general vibe of your whole brand, and you ask for people's emails at the end of the trailer. Okay, so now let's have a look at some final tips for email marketing. So you have the opt-in or the lead magnet. The lead magnet needs to be specific. A mistake you can make is make the lead magnet vague. You need to be talking to a real person, and you need to understand who that real person is in order to talk to them and in order to convince them to make a purchase on your store. So you need to remember your customers' problems and think about your customer experience as if you were reading the email from their perspective. The more experiences that people have with your brand, the more that they're going to internalize that experience and come back to use your brand in the future. So why not start that experience off from a good head start and make sure that the experiences people have with your brand are really great? Ashley DeLuca, email marketer, says that you should write your emails to your customers and your audience as if you were talking to a best friend, in that conversational, easy to understand, accessible tone that you do when you're relaxed and around good company. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to include irrelevant personal details, but it does mean that you can include relevant personal details. Another really important thing to remember is that you should brainstorm what is the main thing that's being said in this email. What's the primary objective? What's the goal that I'm trying to get across in this email? If you understand that before you write it and before you start to edit what you've written, it's going to be a lot easier. And if it's not obvious, the shorter emails do pretty good. And it's good to understand that those emails that are shorter, they perform really well because the message is just so easy to understand. You come in, you have a look, and you get it. You don't have to scroll through the email, get confused, trying to figure out what this person's trying to say. If it's short and concise and has one simple message, then chances are it's going to be understood. It's okay to hit people up and say, thanks for being on my email list, but I'm going to take you off now. You don't need to pester those people who aren't going through your CTAs, who aren't even opening your emails. You can see that on the internal side, on the back end. So it's a good thing to just hit those people up and say, hey, it's been good. I'm going to unsubscribe you now. If you ever want to get back into the subscription, all you have to do is click here. But just letting people go is a really good thing for your email open rates. You need to be consistent. You can have the best lead magnet ever written and you'll get a bunch of subscribers. But then you need to act on that, and you need to have a consistent voice that attracts people, nurtures people, and makes sure that they're going in the right direction. Now, once you have this big audience, you need to put people in different containers by using tags. You've probably already experienced this, but it's the weirdest thing when you get an email from somebody whom you've already bought a product from, and they're advertising that same product. They're like, yo, would you want to try on these new sneakers? And you're like, yeah, I literally just bought them last week, so thanks, mate. Like, that's the worst kind of email because you're really saying the wrong message to a really good customer. So make sure that you silo people into cold, warm, remarketing, and even affiliate marketing. And you should be good to go. Okay, so that's it out of me in terms of email marketing. Thanks for watching. Much love. Take care.